So my name's Sarah Wise. I'm the Operations Director for Fundraising Direct. So we're using HiringBranch to assess people so that we don't have to interview them. If they score above a certain percentage on HiringBranch, they get put straight through to interview. So of course the pandemic did change things quite dramatically. We used to obviously have on-site training. We would invite candidates to come in for a group interview. If they passed that, they would be put through to an individual interview and then invited to training. When the pandemic hit, we automatically had to start doing remote training, which was tricky. We did it via Skype, which wasn't a great tool to use. It was incredibly time consuming to try to find the appropriate candidates quickly. We weren't able to do group assessments. We couldn't gauge people in terms of their linguistic skills sort of effectively. It was just a very time-consuming process. To get 15 candidates onboarded, it would take hours of work to assess them effectively. So we thought that there must be a better way to do this. We moved away from Skype and started using Zoom. We also moved the company onto a platform called Discord rather than using Skype. But none of these were as effective as HiringBranch to effectively assess people. So what stood out to us with the HiringBranch solution is just how user-friendly the software is. It's very intuitive, it's very logical, and not just for my team, but for the candidates who have never seen it before. Very rarely, if never, we have to guide them how to use anything on HiringBranch. It's just a very accessible piece of software. There was nothing really that I felt sceptical about when choosing HiringBranch. Stefan was incredibly supportive through every step of the way. Before we even had access to the platform, he gave us an incredibly thorough rundown of what it would entail, of its capability and what it would be good for. So before we'd even accessed it, we felt like we knew it. So what we're able to do now that we have the HiringBranch software that we couldn't do before is we can put candidates straight through to training without feeling the need to interview them, which you can appreciate in terms of time capacity and manpower on the team. It's so much less labour intensive. If they score above a certain percentage on the software, we know that we don't have to interview them. We know that the quality will be there. I think that the most quantifiable results on the software is our ability to recruit bilingual telephone fundraisers. The results speak for themselves in terms of our campaign performance. Never before in the company have we had such a high quality of bilingual candidate coming through. And that has led to us getting extensions from many prolific charities because we've got fantastic campaign performance results there. I don't think there's any aspect of HiringBranch that we could live without now. It's an incredibly essential tool for Fundraising Direct. Almost to the point I think we've blanked out not having HiringBranch. It was so stressful trying to recruit remotely and not have the ability to hear people and the way they come across. It really is the capacity to upload voice recordings, to test language skills, and to feel that you've already met these people before you have. I know that my company couldn't live without it, so I would advise you guys to try it out.